Hey everybody, this is TJR. It has been brought to my attention that a third track from the upcoming 50th anniversary release of Sgt Pepper has been made available for streaming on Tidal, Spotify, and I'm assuming also Apple Music. Now, of course, we're getting very close to the actual release, but I thought I'd weigh in on this third track that's been released, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I compared it, the new remix, to the 2009 stereo remaster and the 2009 mono mix remaster as well. Now, of course, Giles Martin has stated that as his guide for this stereo remixing, he's using the mono mix as his guide because this is the version the Beatles prefer, is the mono mix. This is the mix that they signed off on. At any rate, though, I've compared it to all three of these. And so, right off the bat, I will say that out of all of these three tracks we've had a chance to preview so far, that I have enjoyed and appreciated this one the most. I'll be honest, on the Sgt Pepper remix, the actual title track, I kind of feel at times that George Harrison's guitar solos are a little harsh sounding in the remix. This has been my only real complaint so far, and I didn't voice that the first video because I was still developing my opinions on it. As I've listened to it more, that's my only real complaint. It sometimes feels a little bit harsh, a little like maybe it should have been brought down a little more in the mix, maybe even a little bit of compression to kind of remove some of that high end. Otherwise, though, I've been happy with all these, but I feel the strongest about this Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds remix. Now, if you've heard the mono mix, I bought the mono box set when it came out, and along with the stereo remasters. But if you've heard the mono mix, there are some subtle differences between it and the stereo version. First of all, of course, it's a little bit slower. It's apparently they sped it up a little bit for the stereo master. Also, in the mono mix, there is this weird phasing effect on John Lennon's voice that was intended and is in the mono mix. For some reason, when it was mixed for stereo, that just got washed out. Now, what I think is interesting as I listened to this, I compared it to the 2009 mono and stereo releases, those remasters, and this kind of feels, this new remix kind of feels kind of a little bit in between the two. In the stereo 2009 remaster, John's vocals are, without any of that phasing effect. And there's a nice quality to that, but there's also a nice quality to the phasing effect in the mono version as well. Here we're kind of getting, I think, a little bit of the best of both worlds. We hear some of the phasing effect, but we also hear his voice without it. And I think what I'm suspecting what he may have done is he got the two tracks synced without the effect, with the effect, and kind of mixed them together a bit. And at least that's what I'm suspecting as I listen to this. I kind of felt like I was hearing a little bit of both. I think that's a nice thing to do. But we are hearing that phasing effect. Also, at about the 32, 33 second mark of the song, right after John Lennon sings "The Girl with Kaleidoscope Eyes" and the note hangs, there's this single note you hear just dong, I think that's just a single piano, low piano note that has been heavily reverbed, and maybe some other stuff has been added to it as well. That note that swells up is a lot more present in this mix than in other previous mixes, or the previous remasters, I should say. Not remixes, remasters. I want to make sure I'm clear with the definitions here. But that's really present, and it really adds a nice bit of impact to that moment in the song, which I really enjoyed. Also, when the song switches from 3/4 time to 4/4 time, there's that drum beat, pum, pum, pum. And in the stereo remaster, of course, it's very flat, ton, ton, ton. It's a little deeper in the mono mix, so once again he's going with the mono mix, but this time you really feel the depth of that bass drum that Ringo hits when it goes pum, pum, pum. It feels like you're right there with the bass drum at your ear, and you really feel the impact of it. I think that's very noticeable and really enjoyable about this new stereo remix, excuse me. At any rate, though, so yeah, definitely, once again, of course, he's going with the mono mix, but he's, like I said, I think really enhancing it extremely well. This is the most pleased I've been with the remixing so far. And I noticed that with these preview releases, we've kind of got an order. Track 1, Track 2, Track 3, Sgt Pepper, theme opening track with a little help from my friends and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Hopefully this uphill curve continues as we move from track to track to track. At any rate, though, those are just my thoughts on the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds remix that's now available for streaming. I think it's the most satisfied I've felt so far. And so looking forward to the release when it comes out. Looking forward to doing my review of the entire release. And of course, I will be doing an unboxing of the Super Deluxe Edition when I get it. And as time moves on, I will, of course, be reviewing the entire Super Deluxe Edition. But first, I will just review the stereo remix of the entire album. And so what are your thoughts? Did you listen to it? What do you think? And leave your comments. I'm excited to hear what you think as well. This is TJR. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done this yet, please subscribe to the channel. And once again, looking forward to your comments. Take care. Bye-bye.